Well, I've run out of feed. So my ewes don't have a lot of feed in front of them. So generally at this time of year, you're rotating ewes around grass, paddocks, and because you've got a rotation, they've always got a nice pick in front of them. But I've gotten to the stage where there isn't a lot of feed around, so I'm going to set stock early. It is an idea from my mentor, so that instead of just chasing them around paddocks with not a lot of feed in them, I'm just set stocking them in paddocks with not a lot of feed, but at least I don't get chased every day by a dog. Well, generally I don't chase them with a dog. At this time of year they kind of follow me around, but yeah, it should be easier on them. That's the theory. So ewes coming in here now. That looks like not a bad pick, doesn't it? But they will chew this down pretty quick. Well, how much feed is that? Might be a bit over 1,100. So yeah, let's count a few in. These girls are going in at 7 ewes per hectare, so yeah, pretty easy. And then on the hills, they'll get ewes underneath them as well. So it should be around about 12.5 stock units per hectare. So stock unit is the standard unit, which I think is 550 kgs of dry matter per year, which is generally 1 ewe with 1 lamb. But these days our ewes are bigger generally, and they have a lot higher lambing percentages. So that's you'd say a ewe now is not 1 stock unit, it's actually more like 1.2, 1.4 even. So yeah, bit of info for you. So this is an 8 hectare paddock, and I'm going to set stock them at 8 per hectare, so that's 64 ewes in here. Only 8 on this paddock because it is nice and flat and it will grow some feed. So yeah, come on girls, let's go. Go and get up, pup. Go and get up, Gus. Go and get up, dog. Go and get up. Go and get up, pup. Alright, sit down, Gus. That sneaky girl. She's got a red dot on her. Need to pull her out, she's a dry. Come on, girls. Right. Another 157 for up here. They're going up into another paddock up the top and down to the side. And I'm not set stocking that paddock because it doesn't have enough feed yet. So these girls are going up the lane, and there's a few more paddocks up there that have a little bit more feed than that, which is good because it's pretty dismal really. Get up while I go, Doug. Bloody hell, that dog. He's just a pain. Get him behind. The man himself. Dougster. The dog himself. So 121 need to go out there, and 70 down in there. It's 10 hectares, so 7 per hectare. And then these 2 paddocks need a little bit of time before they're ready for anything. So I'm just trying to make up a few days here and there, which is usually what you have to do at the end of your rotation. So yeah, I'll count these girls, 121 into here, and we'll keep moving. 2, Girl, 3. Oh man, look at that. That's crazy. That is not good. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's them in there. It's quite a big hill up there. So the cows did a pretty good job up on the ridge there, but might look at spraying that. So you put a bit of Roundup up there, kills all the dead material, and it comes back all fresh like this stuff down here and on those ridges, which is what we want, because at the moment the majority of my farm, well, not the majority, but a lot of my farm, or this farm, is this stuff here, this crap roughage makes up a lot of it. So we're trying to get rid of that. Next stop, the yard's up there. Well, I need 20 of you girls. Go and sit down, Duke. But the problem is that they're so close to that fence. Stay there, quiet! Enoho, quiet! Enoho! So, just see if they'll come. 2, there must be 20 there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. A few more. 18, 21. That'll do ya. Alright, so I need 70 in there, and the rest go up here. Gotta go up to that gate. Get them on, Doug. Well, I'm probably just going to walk around these down here or over the fence and count a few through the gate. They're just like the cows, they love that weed. Stay there. Jeebs. It's like being on the side of a mountain. So there, Gus, stay there. Well, there he goes. Sit down, pup. Stay there, Gus. Stay there. Good boy. Hey, stay there, sit. Sit. Wow, what a day. Once the cloud cleared, beautiful. All right, come on, girls. Ooh, there's not that many left, is there? 69. supposed to be 180 out here. Gonna have to bring a few more up. Go on, Gus. There you go. Pup, sit down, Gus. Sit down, pup. $189. So today the big girls are getting set stock too. So there's 4 going up here, and then the others going around the other paddocks. Oh, there goes. Gat. Go and get up, Gus. Cool. Well, that's that 4. And we'll let these other girls go up. Oh, there goes. So these girls have had 3 mils of copper, 5 mils of selenium. So they get that once a year. Just because we're deficient in copper and selenium. So their coats will probably shine up really well now. And I think that copper and selenium gets passed through the fetus a little bit. So yeah. So fert is going on, so we're putting on 30 units of nitrogen, which we should get a response of 6 to 9 kgs of dry matter per kilo of nitrogen, so 30 kilos per hectare should give us around about 200 to 250 kgs of extra dry matter. So yeah, you can hear the plane in the background struggling because he's full, coming off an airstrip over there, and flies to us. And there's 315 hectares that he's putting nitrogen, and what else? There's a fair bit of sulfur in there. I think there's 42 units of sulfur. So sulfur is good for clover growth, especially in the spring. Apparently, because sulfur leaches readily. Same with nitrogen, whereas phosphate and potassium don't quite as readily, I believe. And that's something to do with the cation exchange, which I have been taught a little bit about, but I can't remember anything about it. It's pretty exciting to get some nitrogen on. This is the first time we've put it on since, well, this is the first time I've ever used it in the spring. So an extra 250 kgs of dry matter, if that's over 6 weeks, then it's just about a kilo a day for each ewe on the hills. So if I'm set stock at 7 ewes the hectare, it's 250 over 6 weeks. What's that, 45 days is it? Yeah, 45 days divided by 250 divided by 7, is that right? Something like that. Anyway, I worked it out to be, if it was over a month and you got 210 kgs of dry matter, that's a kilo a day per ewe. So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. And he's leveling out and laying down fert. Today, or yesterday, go and get it, outside, Pearl, outside. Yesterday went to town and got some salt blocks, so these have magnesium in them, so should help the cows out on those hills to get a bit of magnesium, because if they don't get enough magnesium then they get milk fever. So it's calcium deficiency, so the magnesium helps cow mobilise calcium out of their bones. So pretty sure that's called milk fever. So anyway, it's basically calcium deficiency, and yeah, the magnesium helps stop that calcium deficiency. So because the fetus is uptaking so much calcium in the later part of pregnancy with the cow, they don't have enough for themselves, and then they basically go down and they can't get back up. So yeah, we're trying to avoid that. In the past we've put magnesium capsules in them, but they are $40 per magnesium capsule. So if we did 87 of them, 40 times by 87 would be, I don't know, it'll be somewhere around about $3,700. So these things are $30. I'm going to break them up and pop them around the water troughs for the cows. So that's the plan. Now I'm going to monitor the cows obviously, and if we start having problems then I might have to use magnesium capsules, but for now this will just help. So I've got 8 of these, $30, so what's that, $240 is it? Something around about that. So a whole lot cheaper than 3,000, whatever it is, it'd be $3,700 or something. So yeah, bit of a saving, and hopefully the cows are alright. So we've put fert on, so hopefully the covers grow up underneath them so they've got nice fresh feed. The only problem is that fresh feed at this time of year, if it's too cold, it won't have the magnesium in it. So the magnesium in the soil isn't uptaken by the grass when it's cold. So if you don't have any rough or old feed around that was growing when it was warmer, so if it wasn't growing in autumn or summer, then generally it won't have any magnesium in it because it hasn't been uptaken in the grass. There's a whole cohort of things in them. Here you go, it's got salt, 89% magnesium, 4.1 grams per kilo, so it's 20 kilo block, iodine, cobalt and selenium, so that's ideal. Selenium we're deficient in, we're putting that in our fert these days, so we will have a bit of that, and we give it to them, so I only just gave them a copper and selenium. So there it is. So I'm gonna see if I can break these into little smaller blocks so I can spread them out a bit. Well, that's one block split up. The axe is actually working quite well. Well, that didn't work quite as well, but it worked. Right, let's go put these out. Oh, look at that, we got some lambs and we got some hassling steers. Cheeky buggers. I hope they don't mess with her. Well, they already are. Ah, it's a pain. Pasture cover. As you can see, there is a little bit of a pick in there for these girls, and that is what I don't want, is all this roughage, and that's why we have cows. So hopefully by next year I'll have this place looking mint again. Well, there's only 3 cows in here, so I don't need a big salt block. That's why I've split it in half. So probably need only a quarter. Sweet. Well, that will probably go really fast, even though there's only 3 cows. Now you can see this fert still is a little bit there that hasn't quite dissolved, but I'd say most of it's gone in. We had 8 mils overnight, so pretty ideal. It was nice steady rain, which is what you want, so that you don't get the runoff of the water and the fert. So it should have, most of it should have gone in, which is awesome. So we should get a bit more growth. Now this might interest you. So we have a native moth. It's called Porina. So the moth, as most moths do, starts as a caterpillar. So these caterpillars, they bury themselves in the ground and they start eating the grass. So it's a pest for us because yeah, we never really used to have it, and they seem to move around the country, stay there for 4 or 5 years and then move on. We've got cousins in Northland who had it quite badly, and now don't have that problem. So they're probably moving down the country. And yeah, so you can see, I'll show you. Okay, see these bare patches? See, that's quite bare. So that's a sign you've got Porina in there. Now, in autumn time, you want to be digging holes so that you can see the Porina before it gets to this stage, because once they've done this, they're already eating all your tucker, and they're probably quite big. So they start off, you know, very small. Well, they start off as a little black egg, and then yeah, they get up to, I don't know, around about that length, I'd say. And then in the springtime, late spring, or even summer, it's probably more summer, isn't it? They'll come out of the ground and fly and take off, and then they land wherever they land, and then they lay the eggs, and then I'm pretty sure they just die after that, but don't quote me on that. If you want to look up the life cycle, you can. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll dig a hole for you and we'll check this out. So I'd say that these are quite big, and the bigger they get, the lower they go in the soil. So all our neighbours, pretty sure every one of them is sprayed for this. So you they use a growth regulator. See, there you go, this one right there. So if they're that obvious, you probably should be doing something about them. If you yeah, so that fertiliser that we put on is going to not really do much. It's going to be great for the Porina. They'll get nice and big. So that one's actually quite small. You could probably still spray that with this growth regulator, which doesn't hurt many other well, it doesn't hurt the worms. There's another product that we can use later on that does affect worms, and you know, nobody wants to affect worms. It's the best thing about your soil, having heaps of worms. So that's 2. Now in a spade full, you shouldn't have, well, I don't know, 3 or more. You shouldn't have 3 or more. So there'll definitely be 3 in here. So if you have 3 or more, they say spray. But yeah, as I say, we haven't. We just spent the money on the fert, which could be not the best. Anyway, that's what it is. So what do we got? We got 2. I haven't done a very good job of this hole, have I? Could be more underneath, but it's quite hard to video and do this. So I don't know. Can't see. There's definitely some more dirt here that I haven't ruffled up though. So I'd say that there'd be another couple in here, especially looking at that damage. Man, we had it quite bad one year. Oh, there you go, there's one more. See that one? So that's a Porina. So I've just dug another hole, and this is in a place where I haven't seen any damage, and there's no Porina in there, so that's positive. So maybe it is quite localized, and we've just got a few patches. I mean, look at that hill. I mean, it's all green basically. You would see a little bit more than that probably at this time. But yeah, if those Porina had a late flight, then maybe you wouldn't. Anyway, that's Porina for you. Well, the dam's just there, so that should do. Some down there and some up there next to that water trough, which is over there on the ridge next to the track. Well, there's a stop block in there for them. There you go, girls. Bit of a steep face, that one. Thanks, girl. You just keep eating that rough stuff. Well, I've come back down the lane, and this girl's into it. Loving the old salt block. You're welcome, girl. Make the most of it. Only thing about this is I'm going to have to keep this up until after calving. So if they nail it, I have to make sure I get some more back there.